Well, I am in a very special place at the Oregon Garden in Silverton. Not many people get to be here. I am in the back of the house. I'm at the production greenhouse, and I'm with Sarah, who is production manager and also horticulturist. And so this is really exciting because we get to see exactly where so many plants are propagated. So what's going on here?
So what you're seeing right now, this is one of our many propagation houses. We have a germination house, which is not right here. We germinate everything in plug trays, and then when they're ready, we bring them over to this house, and we have some lovely ladies here that take the plugs, plant them into the 4-inchers, and pot them up. And then they just go right behind me, and I fertilize them, love them, and let them grow on and be happy plants until they go out into the garden.
So you depend on volunteers. These aren't paid staff members.
No, we don't have any paid staff members down here. I'm the only one that oversees this area, and we have 12 wonderful, wonderful volunteers, some of which actually come twice a week. A lot of our volunteers come only once a week, but down here, yeah, they come twice a week. Anywhere from 4 to sometimes 8 hours. They'll be down here just helping me. And
so Sarah, you're propagating for the whole garden, and how big is the garden?
about 80 acres, yeah, or inside the fence.
Yeah, but these are all the annuals in this house, mostly annuals. So all the summer annuals, all the summer color, you guys really take care of.
We do all of it. We propagate about 70,000 annuals down here. Yeah, so it's quite a bit, and they all go up into the garden, pretty much all of them. And I mean, we do some trials, so ball and proven winners, they'll send us some plug trays and whatnot. So we do pot up those as well, but in terms of the actual seeding, yeah, about 70,000, and we put them all up. So it's going to look great this year.
It always does. Yeah. It always does. And there's not just annuals. You also do shrubs and trees, and so those are for the gardens too. Yeah.
So if a horticulturist needs some boxwood, they come to me and say, "Oh, hey Sarah, can you do 100 or 200, 300, whatever cuttings of the boxwood?" And I get that going for them, and then in a year or two, yeah, they can plant them in the garden. We don't have a big budget, so we utilize we try to be as sustainable as possible. So we utilize the greenhouses as much as we can. So year round, I mean, we are doing stuff down here year round, not just in the spring. And then I know you have the little gift shop and the nursery next to there, so some of the plants end up there too. Yeah, we do. We have another propagation house that does just purely trees, shrubs, perennials, and they all go up into the retail center right by the visitor center, and we sell them.
And that's so much fun because you can take a piece of the garden home with you as a souvenir. I mean, we get caps or we get jackets, but to have a plant for our gardens is a fun souvenir to have.
Yeah, and we try to propagate all sorts of stuff. I like to get really into it and do some unique, different things. So when I go up there, I can just say, "Oh my gosh, you've probably never seen this before," so you have to have it, obviously.
Oh, of course.
So, yeah.
Well, speaking of gotta have it, we have to go out to the can yard because we can see some of the things that are blooming. So let's go out there.
Okay, sounds great.
So Sarah, we're in the can yard, and so what goes on in this area?
So this is where all the plants come after they grow up and get a little bit bigger. We bring them out here to harden off, which is, we don't want to just stick them into the garden in the weather, from a really nice environment where there's no wind, no excessive heat, no excessive cold, and so we bring them out here to sort of get them used to that sort of environment because I can still keep my eye on them before they actually go into the ground. So what you're seeing is, a lot of the stuff. So snapdragons, those are going to be one of the first to go out. We have some violas behind me, as well as some of the bigger trial plants that we've had sent out.
And so then the trial people that have sent you them, they come during the season and kind of evaluate?
Yeah, they do. To my understanding, they come, at the end of the season, and they walk through the trial areas and sort of take note to see what did well, what didn't really do well, what flowered, the most beautifully, and they they take those notes and go back and then they do what they do.
So Sarah, I see there's some extra protection around here. What's that about?
So, like everyone in Oregon, we have quite a deer population. They live in the garden, and they know we're down here. And they always check the doors to see if they can get in. And so we have this around so we kind of can keep them at bay. Because otherwise they'll just come in here and they'll eat all the flowers off, and it'll be very delicious for them.
Yes, and not good for you.
But not good for us. So so that's why we have the big protective fence.
And there is a special event coming up next week. So what's going on next week?
So next week we have a garden tour down here, and so we'll be taking some tours for members, non-members, and just taking them through the greenhouses, showing them our propagation house, how we do the cuttings, how we start all the seeds, and then move them into the next house with the propagation, growing up the plants and the fertilizing regimens that we use and all that stuff. And yeah, and just, kind of, what it means to harden them off to get a plant from seed level to being ready to plant in the garden as healthy and happy as possible. So that's what we'll be doing. We're very, very excited for it.
Yeah. So, you can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to the Oregon Garden website and come out for this great tour. They don't open it often, so it's really a must-see tour. Thank you so much for all the information.
Oh, yeah, not a problem. My pleasure.